Well, g'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. This week we complete our epic detour that we've done to spin back to Queensland, 6,000 kilometres under our belt. We've been out, we've seen some beautiful places and it all finishes here in Warrnambool. So go and get yourself a cold drink, get your feet up for the next 20 minutes or so. Come and join us for the adventure.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Alison.
We decided a couple of years ago that we'd work hard and save all of our money and start living life on our own terms.
So we bought a caravan and hit the road on a trip for two all around Australia.
So why not come and join us every week for our adventures?
Just like I said at the start of the episode, this week we're heading down towards the Great Ocean Road again. We're going down to Warrnambool. We're going to pick up our journey on to South Australia from there. We're going to spend a couple of days getting down there. We left Broken Hill this morning and we worked our way down to Mildura. We're just going to do an overnighter here. We've come into a donation camp at the back of the Redcliffe Golf Course. Look, not a bad place to come and stay. There's a little camp kitchen here if you need to use that. There's no other facilities available though, so there's no water, there's no power here. It is a donation camp and they ask that you donate $10 after you stay. But I'll give you a quick look around. It's just in the paddock in the middle of nowhere just before we head off down to Hopeton. So this is where Ali and I set up at the golf club, just a basic setup for the night. I had to get out the mat though. There's a lot of thorns here in amongst the grass, as you do find in a lot of the more outback type communities, but this seemed to be particularly savage just here. But anyway, we put the mat out, but that was perfectly fine. But we're all getting packed away now and we'll get ready to hit the road this morning. So we're continuing our way back down towards Warrnambool, and we left Mildura and we stopped for a couple of nights at a place called Lake Lacelles, which was very nice, wasn't it, Al?
It was very, very nice. Yes.
We didn't film too much down there because we just wanted a little bit of time off, and I had a few videos to edit, and Alison had a couple of seminars and some professional development stuff to do, didn't you?
Yes, that's correct.
So we took the time off, and what a beautiful place to take it off. The lake is absolutely magnificent. We actually got told by one of our subscribers about the lake and that we should pull in there and check it out, and we were only going to stay a night, weren't we?
Initially, yes. It was a little bit busy when we first went in, and we thought, oh, maybe just one night, but
yeah.
Wow, it was just quite amazing. I think it's all done by the community, no council involvement, and what you see there is what the community's put together, and they've done an amazing job. There's toilets, showers, cabins. You can get power and water for your caravan. Like, we were on a bit of the lake where there was grass and beautiful green grass.
Oh yeah.
It was just wonderful, a real testament to the community.
Yeah, it's just one of those spots where you're just drawn to go and sit out in the grass in the afternoon, and we did that with 1,000 other campers that were down there. And you look out, you watch the sunset across the lake in the afternoons. It was absolutely beautiful down there, and everybody who pulled up commented on what a great place it was, and the work in particular the community makes.
Yes.
Now with that comes a donation, and you'll find around the campground there is some QR codes. Yes. Where you can scan and you can make that donation, or there's also a donation box at the toilet, so you can go and plonk it in there. As far as the cabins go and the powered sites, I'm not 100% sure how you'd book yourself into or onto those sites. That's something you could have a look at, I suppose, by just researching Lake Lacelles on your, through Google or something like that. But yeah, definitely a beautiful place to come and stay.
It was a wonderful recommendation. Thank you so much for sending that through. We've really enjoyed it, and I could really enjoy staying there for a long time. And I think a few people we spoke to said they often come for Christmas or a good couple of weeks and stay there. It's a wonderful place.
They certainly do. And get in there early, that's the big tip. By 9:30 it's chock-a-block, so you've got to be in there early, or at least prepared to sit there and wait till someone leaves and take over their spot. Yeah. All right, so our plan from here is we're going to continue our way down to Warrnambool. We've booked ourselves into a caravan park down there in a couple of days' time. We're going to stop off in Ararat, I think, Al. We're going to do a bit of shopping.
Yes, we've got to do our weekly shopping, so Ararat will probably be the place. But
yes, and our plan is, as we go down the highway this morning, we're just going to stop. There's a lot of silo art in this area, so we'll stop, we'll check a few out. There's a couple of other historical markers and all that sort of gear, so come along with us for the journey, and we'll keep heading down towards Warrnambool. So our first stop as we head out of Lake Lacelles this morning is at the silo art that you'll find about 14 k's to the south. It's at a township of Rosebery. It's quite a good one, this one, isn't it, Al?
I quite enjoy this one. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good actually.
This one pays tribute to female farmers, and it's very well done the way it does. I think it really captures the look of the girls out here, and then the other one is between the friendship or the comradeship between the horseman and his horse. It's bloody fantastic. So we come into Rupert up to check out their silo art, which I've got to say is very colourful. It's quite well done. But the headline here is the old railway station next to it. It was put in here in the 1890s, and it's a beautiful old building. So we just pulled into the beautiful little town of Warrnambool on our way through this morning, only to stop and get a little bit of fuel at the Shell Servo. Come a little bit further down the road to a town called Sheep Hills, which, yeah, we're just talking about how many different little towns we've been to, haven't we?
We have. We've been to quite a few, and it's always something special when you go through them.
And this one has some very special silo art. So we'll get out and we'll show you. So these ones here at Sheep Hill are definitely my favourite that I've seen on the silo art trail anywhere so far. It is absolutely enormous, this set of silos. And they were built back in 1938, but the artwork is absolutely fantastic. The next stop as we go along the Henty Highway is the township of Brim, and they have some brilliant silo art here. Check these out. One here in Brim is really good. It's 3 generations. There's 3 fellas up there and a lady, and they've all lived in Brim their entire lives. What a great way to honour some of the local members of the community. It's absolutely fantastic, and it's so realistic, the artwork that's been done here. It's like looking at a photo. I really hope the GoPro can pick it up today because it is a bit of a dull day. So as we showed you on the channel before, we do like to stop from time to time and check out the historical markers that you see on the sides of the road. This one's a really interesting one. This one is a marker for where they started the dingo fence. It goes all the way across to South Australia from this place, and I think I'll pronounce it right, Tindar, I think is the name of the town that we're in at the moment, or where we are, and it goes all the way to the South Australian border from here. But yeah, it's pretty good to see considering we're at Cameron Corner and we saw parts of the dingo fence out there. And as we said, it's about 5,500 k's long, so it's very, very interesting when you stop and you look at some of these historical markers on the side of the road. So this week we've come to stay at the Riverside Caravan Park in Warrnambool. In fact, it's not quite in Warrnambool, it's about 5 or 6 k's out of town. It's a beautiful camp. I'll take you outside and show you around in a minute. Normally we wouldn't come and stay at a caravan park for this amount of time, but we've got a fair bit of work to do, a lot of cleaning up and stuff to do, particularly after we've been out in the outback for a number of weeks. What do you reckon, Al?
Oh, it's a very nice caravan park actually. It's very big, the sites are big. Lots of things to do for big kids and little kids. It's got the river to go down and fish by and go for a walk. It's quite like it as a caravan park.
Yeah, it is. It's quite nice. I mean, as we said, we don't stay in them a lot, so when we come here, it's a real treat, isn't it, to come into the van park for a while?
It is a treat. We can run everything all the time without worrying about batteries or weather or anything like that. But it has been good to help clean, especially the blinds. The blinds were looking not real flash.
Yes. So what I'll do is I'll take you outside, I'll show you outside, I'll show you a couple of other sites around here, then we'll take you for a bit of a walk around the van park and show you what it has to offer. So here's our site here. Now this one cost us with NRMA membership discount $157 for 4 nights. Had a bit of a deal going, so about $39 a night if my maths is correct, but it's not a bad spot. They're grass, power, water, all the things you expect in a caravan park. There's also different styles of cabin accommodation available here at the van park. There's a fantastic swimming pool, but if it's a little bit too cold when you arrive, there's also an indoor heated swimming pool, which was certainly good on a cool morning. There's a great recreation room with plenty of games and areas to sit and relax. And of course, there's a championship 9-hole putt-putt course. Bit of minor maintenance to do around the caravan today. Alison, bless her heart, has a little list for me up here on the fridge that she keeps of all the jobs that I need to do around the van, and the one that I put off and the one that I don't like doing, but the one I need to do quite regularly, is clean the screens inside the van, isn't it, Al?
Yes, they get dirty quite easily, and it's not a good look.
Oh, we find just like in the summer when you've got your windows open, you want that breeze to blow through in dusty areas, particularly in the outback and that sort of stuff. You just get a lot of dust into your screens.
Yes.
So I'm going to get them off this afternoon. I'm going to give them a clean. I'll show you how I do it, but check these out. All right, I only cleaned these about, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago, but they're feral. Anyway, we'll get them out, we'll get them clean.
The beauty of the outback.
Yes, so to get the screens out, they're really simple. The first thing you need to do is just go around and remove all of the little rubber bungs that covers the screw holes. Then grab a drill or a Phillips head screwdriver and remove all of the screws. There's about 16 screws that go all the way around. I like to keep them in a cup, that way I don't lose any while I've got the screen outside. So once you've removed all of the screws that secure the window frame against the wall, all you got to do is just simply lift it out of place and then take it outside and give it a clean. Before I take the window outside, once you've removed it from the frame or the wall of the caravan, you can see it, then it opens up. You can see, like, you can clean in here now, get rid of all the dust and stuff that builds around your frames. You can also check to see if there's any water leaks or anything around your window frames, which I can't see any signs of, and that all of these brackets that are against the sides of the doors here are all tight, and if they're a little bit loose, and sometimes they do loosen up because of corrugations and things, I get a little shifter and just put it on there and just give them a like just over finger tight and they seem to hold in there quite well. Righto, so I've set the blind up on the table outside for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's just easier to work here, and it makes it a whole lot easier to clean because it's something to press against when you are washing it. The other thing I don't like to do is I don't like to get the sunshade wet, so I keep that away from one side and just work very carefully along here so I don't wet that because I don't want it water damaged. And to clean them, all I do is I just use a little bit of car wash and some water, get my cloth out and get into them. So the last window I'm doing is the one that goes just above the stove and the kitchen bench and stuff. And what I've noticed from it straight away, it's a lot harder to clean because I think it must be just grease and things you get just from the process of cooking inside of your caravan. And the dust and stuff really sticks in it. It's been very hard to clean. So what I've done is I've just used some dishwashing liquid and just the hot water out of the hot water system in the kettle, poured it over the top, broke it up straight away and cleaned it absolutely perfectly. So that's it for the screens. You do the same thing to every screen. They all come out and go in the same way. The ones that are different are the ones that you have in your ceiling or the ones that go around your hatches, like you can see in the one here that's above me at the moment. And that's the ones I'm going to pull out and clean next. Now with these ones, they come with, and I was cutting some footage, but they come with a little light cover over the LEDs that are in there. You just need to unclip those and pull them out. They're really easy to do. Once you got those out, you'll expose the mounting screws which hold it to the ceiling. I think there's about 8 that go around all of them. Just remove all of your mounting screws and then lower your window down slightly. Oh, sorry, your hatch cover down slowly, because inside you'll find there's some wiring which connects to your switch for your lights. So you'll need to disconnect that. Now, put them all out, give them a good clean, exactly the same way as I clean the other fly screens in the van, and hopefully we can get rid of that bloody red stain. So here's the cables that I told you about that connect onto your light switch. I'm just going to disconnect them somewhere in here, and I'll put some connector clips back in so they work a little bit later on. But at the moment, I'll just cut those free, then I'll take it outside and give it a good clean. So just like I showed you before, I removed that ceiling hatch, and I've just taken, there you go, there's the connector clips that I've attached to it. And I'll just connect those back onto, and I'll put those on the inside of the hatch to the switch, and we'll put it back in, make sure the light works, and yeah, it should be a clean screen again with a bit of luck. Righto, that's it. That's the roof hatch reinstalled. Let's make sure the light works. Beautiful. All right. And of course, 1000% cleaner. Bloody fantastic. You just have to excuse the state of the van at the moment because we're right in the middle of a deep clean. But I've gone around, I've done all the screens. What do you reckon, Al?
A million times better.
Oh, they are unbelievably better. You can see, like, I don't know how well the GoPro will bring up the difference, but yeah, these are really good now. To the township of Warrnambool today. We're going to do a little bit of sightseeing, aren't we, Al?
We are, yes.
We don't have a great deal of time to do absolutely everything because there's so much here to see, but it all starts out here at the Information Centre at Flagstaff Hill, which is interesting in itself, and there's some fantastic views that you get from up here on top of the hill. We're going to go in, we'll check out the Info Centre, and then we'll probably go down to the breakwater.
I think that'll be nice, actually. It's a good day for it.
It is, it's a really nice day for it. Anyway, come along and join us. Info Centre, they gave us plenty of good information about things to see and do around town, but with such a beautiful day today we just couldn't resist the temptation then to come down and spend it by the water, so we've come down to the Seaw Wall, haven't we, Al?
We have, it's very nice.
Oh, it's a beautiful spot. There's plenty of room if you come down here if you want to park your car or park your caravan and stuff. There's cafes and all that sort of stuff, but moreover there's just some beautiful scenery and a very unusual seawall, I might say.
It's not what we've seen, type of seawall we've seen before, but it's quite good. You can get up and go for a walk. It's quite nice. It
is, so we'll go for a walk out then, check it out, then we'll go and check out a couple of little islands around here as well. When we walked to the end of the breakwater, we found these unusual looking domes, and we found out a little bit later on they're actually part of an old aquarium which was operating back here in the 70s. It closed in the 1990s and then it was used for a couple of years by the Deakin University. There was no signs down here to tell you what they were, so it was a bit of a research challenge. So we've come up from the breakwater, and it's a short walk or a very quick drive, and you'll come to the Merry Marine Sanctuary, and you can access that via a bridge from the car park, can't you?
You can, yes.
It's a beautiful place to come and visit. You get some great views of Middle Island when you come here. Now, Middle Island you're not allowed to go to, are you?
I think only on a paid tour you can go.
Yeah, they've got a penguin colony and all of those things over there, and yeah, as Alison said, you have to pay for a tour. I think you get more information about that at the Information Centre. But over here in the Marine Sanctuary, it's a great little walk along the boards when you come out, and you get some fantastic views of the coast. And you can also access the beach from here, can't you?
Yeah, they recommend get down on the beach, especially in low tide. You know, you can explore the rock pools and under the rock ledges. There's lots of animal and plant life to look at and enjoy. And they said in calmer times, if the sea's calm, if you're into scuba diving or snorkeling, get out into the ocean and have a look. There's a lot of marine life to check out.
I think I might have mentioned this before when we were on the Great Ocean Road around some of the attractions here, but the accessibility to these sorts of places, particularly here in the Mary Marine Sanctuary, is absolutely fantastic. It's a beautiful big boardwalk, really great views, and a really gentle walk. It's quite easy to do, I think, for just about anybody. So yeah, great place to come and visit. So that was our walk around the Mary Marine Sanctuary. It's a great walk to come and do, isn't it, Al?
It is. It just keeps going and going and going. It's lots to see and do down here.
There certainly is. And you can also ride your push bike here. I didn't realise that till I saw the signs that says slippery for push bike wheels when they come through. It's a great walk. You can access the beach. You can access the rock pools. We've watched a young family down there playing around this morning, haven't we?
We have. They've been having a mighty time.
They certainly have. And as we said, it's just beautiful, pristine coastline that really encourages you to come out and go for a walk and just enjoy it, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And a day like this, it's so nice to be outside.
It certainly is. Our plan from here is we're going to go and have a little bit of lunch, and then after lunch we might go for a bit of a walk through the township of Warrnambool.
Excellent.
All right, let's go and get fed and then we'll head into town. Just one more thing before we leave the Mary Marine Sanctuary. You can bring your pets down here. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. The signs are really contradictory. There's one sign that says it's a dog-free zone, you can't bring them. And then on the bait sign, it says, like, because they lay baits here to get rid of foxes and those sorts of things that prey on the penguins, it says to keep your dogs muzzled. So I'm not 1,000% sure we can actually bring a dog on this walk or not. That might be something you want to check with the Warrnambool Council before you head out here. So the whole precinct, when you come down into this part of Warrnambool, is absolutely beautiful, isn't it, Al?
It is. There's lots of things to do for everyone. It's really encourages everyone to get down here and enjoy the open spaces.
Certainly do. And we've got to say, and today's Monday or Tuesday, is it, Al?
Monday today.
Monday today. There's a lot of people out enjoying the spaces when we thought they might have been at work, but why wouldn't you? But yeah, beautiful drive, particularly amongst all these Norfolk pines and stuff, but there's so many things you can do, picnic areas. There's a couple of caravan parks down here that all boast the traditional Aussie beach summer holiday. So yeah, fantastic place to come and visit here on the foreshore in Warrnambool. Well, that's it for this episode. We really hope that you enjoyed it. Come and join us next week when we continue to explore the Warrnambool area before moving on to our last seaside port in Victoria at Portland. If you liked today's episode, make sure you give us a like before you go. If you've got any questions or comments about today's episode, hit us up in the comment section. And of course, as usual, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please consider doing so because it really allows our channel to grow. But until next Saturday, 7 o'clock, you guys have yourselves a great week. We can't wait to see you. We'll see you then.